Right, lads, it's Australia Grand Prix time. I'm joined by him again.
You.
This time we've actually got a face cam on, so hallelujah. Welcome back to Formula Spazzes, where we're going through our Australian predictions. Do you want to start off or do you want me to start?
You can start because I forgot which one we start with.
My biggest shock of the weekend. Before recording, we just mentioned this man. My biggest good surprise is a guy who sits 21st in the driver's standings. Pierre Gasly. I don't know why. It's just instinct. I just think we all know Alpine have a shit car, but Saudi wasn't awful if we go off Ocon's performances. He did get P13. I just feel like Gasly has to pull some out of his ass at some point. He's my boy. I back him all the time. And we all know what happened to him in Saudi. So it can't go any worse from well, this weekend, surely.
Well, yeah, I see your point there, but I
Uh,
also feel he only got P13 because Magnussen decided to drive a bus instead of a car.
Respect K-Mag.
No, it was a phenomenal drive.
To get a 20-second penalty and then do that. And plus, after all the fucking chaos, he fucking gapped. He put him a gap between him and Yuki and the
Yeah,
cars behind. Fucking
I
Magnussen's the goat.
respect K-Mag that much that performance influenced this pick of Haas double points for my biggest shock. I feel like that Haas,
No, biggest shock's good surprise, remember.
yeah, that is a good surprise.
Oh, well, fair enough, fair enough.
We are fans of the money grab Haas F1 team here.
We are indeed fans of the MoneyGram. Has
So
F1 too. I, in fact, do have the MoneyGram app on my phone.
I do not.
You,
Uh,
I wish I was lying.
yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you're not. But yeah, we've seen it. That Haas, it's a fairly good car. Not great, not bad. And the drivers can perform in it. They can get into Q3 and they can defend well if they work together and hopefully no mechanical failure.
Well, we say defend well, it's Saudi.
Yeah.
You're relying
I
on
mean,
hairpins there.
to be fair, Australia, you've not really got too much.
Yeah, but you got big ass straights and
Again, if the Haas's work together, just keeping each other's DRS, let each other pass on the straights when one's quicker,
yeah.
just, actually work as a team, which is something that I feel like you don't understand properly.
Right, biggest letdown. See, we've still not discussed which I'm going with. I've got two. Uh, I'm gonna throw all my eggs into one basket. Mercedes. I think Mercedes are gonna have a shocker of a weekend. Maybe not like out of the points bad, but we're looking at like P6 and shit like that. High speed, and it's just not their thing. We've seen it many times in high speeds. They are fucking awful. And especially George is outperforming Lewis by a fucking mile right now as well. But if that doesn't come in, I'm using my lifeline. That doesn't get me no points, but it could be Checo as well. I feel like Checo could have a really bad weekend.
I think the only way that Red Bull has a bad weekend is if there's a sniper in the crowd.
Double Dane. Oh, could you imagine straight through Max's helmet? No, let's not do that.
He'd still gap the field by about 50 seconds.
Yeah, AI lets him drive. Right, go on. Your biggest letdown.
I'm sorry for any Australians who stumble upon this. Daniel Ricciardo will DNF.
You know what? I was tempted to go with Daniel.
I think I don't want to say it'll be his fault, but I think at some point he'll try and return to the Ricardo role, go for a very dodgy dive bomb just to get the fans off their feet, and what will happen is his front tire will end up flying into the crowd.
Oh, so like Checo in Mexico last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's going to try and put on a show. It'll go wrong. He'll end up in a barrier, and that'll be his race. I'm gonna say on lap 15, he'll DNF.
Damn. You know, if Daniel retires in P15, I will give you 5 points. That's three. Five's a long way to climb considering there's only 9 points up for grabs.
Yeah.
Right. Crazy prediction. Kind of falls into your good surprise. You shouldn't have gone Haas double points because my crazy prediction is a Haas car to finish P9 or higher. Obviously, Hulkenberg went and got that P10. It's a fucking great point for Haas that season. Sixth or fifth? No, fifth. Yeah. I just think I'm on the Haas hype train right now. Last fucking weekend, I predicted to get double points as my crazy prediction. Now I'm going for a P9 or higher. Obviously, we've got 4 cars that fight out for the top 4, or top 8. Plus, Aston could even let the odd ones out there that cover the 9th, 10th. If a Haas car gets P9 or higher, that's fucking brilliant.
To be fair, Alonso did pull a P5 out.
Yeah.
Saudi. So, like, which doesn't surprise me. But mine is for everyone's favourite American boy for getting the points.
Huh?
Logan Sargent P10.
You know what? No, I back that. Williams are going to have a great weekend.
The powertrain, that car, the aero.
Yeah, but then you're also relying on Logan Sargent to fucking...
Greatest driver of all time, don't know what I'm about.
No, Williams are going to have a really good race. I could have easily gone fucking Albon as a...
Yeah, no. I would have gone Albon.
Not Paul. Points.
I backed Albon Q3 last weekend. He let me down, so we're moving over to Sargent.
Right, Paul. I've crumbled. I've crumbled. The race winner. I've gone Paul for Max Verstappen. I've got a cash in on one of them, and it's just gonna be Max in it. I can't see it being anyone else, especially with Ferrari having these upgrades. I just can't see it being anyone else.
Our poll, and well, you just said it as well. Winner is very boring. So we both have the. I would say the Flying Dutchman, but honestly, I hope that car does take off.
Fuck it. I hope instead of going forwards, it just goes up. I hope it's that much of a rocket ship. I hope it just goes up in the sky.
Joe at Silverstone type shit. Just.
Cool. Well, Max has already had his Silverstone moment. I don't think he needs another one. This one might kill him.
Break his wrist, make the championship interesting.
Just put Liam Lawson in that seat then.
Oh wait, yeah. So he just fucking.
Or Iwasa from F2, which I'd love to see. He's fucking brilliant. Right. Top 5. I'm gonna let you start top 5 this time. Who's your 5th?
Okay, so probably the Tory of the F1 grid, George Russell in 5th.
Why? Any reason or?
He got, I believe, P5 in Bahrain. The Merc got P6. Well, he got P6 in Jeddah. I don't think Alonso will have another weekend where he gets 5th.
Mm-hmm. But
Sainz just coming back from surgery. I don't feel like he's going to be exactly on the pace.
Ooh.
He'll be in the... Oh, fucking hell.
Okay. You are heavily relying on the Mercs to magically become good in high speeds now.
To be fair, the only way Lewis defended from Piastri was the high speed.
But then again, that's just Lewis Hamilton being Lewis Hamilton.
The P9 merchant. It's more what's left of Hamilton trying to call on his youth.
I just can't wait for next year to start already. I want him in that Ferrari ASAP.
So your P5 is?
Someone I put as my biggest letdown, Checo. I think P5's a bad weekend for Checo. Well, anything bar P1 and 2 for the Red Bulls is a bad weekend.
Sackable offence.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he should have been booted out last season. But, yeah.
also with things going on in that Red Bull team, sackable offences.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well, there's reports Horner's going after this weekend, so we will have
yeah.
to wait and see.
On a 6-week trip to Miami.
Well, that's next race, isn't it?
Potentially, they might be back
And
in.
it's China.
Wait, China this at first.
Yeah. Right. P4. Who have you gone with?
Charles Leclerc. I've I think every single race this season will see a Ferrari top 5.
Well, that's above
So
DNF.
I don't think that will happen. I think they're trying to put on like.
You don't think Ferraris are going to DNF? Are we forgetting what team we're talking about here?
DNF, but they won't double DNF.
Yeah, but if one of them DNF, the other one's getting a fucked up race strategy. We all know what we're dealing with the Ferraris.
Yeah, but Charles Leclerc this year, I feel like he might have it, and he doesn't. But yeah, he'll get P4 ahead of Russell. Yeah.
Funnily enough, my P4 is a driver that drives for Ferrari. And it's the big Monegascan himself, Charles Leclerc. I just think it's going to be one of those weekends he's going to miss out on a podium. I think there's going to be a decent gap between him and third. But yeah, what you said basically, I do think we're gonna see a Ferrari up there. Every season, every week. But I do think my top 3 drivers are gonna put a decent gap to him. Here, hit us with P3.
Lando Norris.
You boring bastard. Nah, right, go on.
So, well, I'm a McLaren fan. I've got to back him. Piastri performed better around Jeddah, obviously.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure Norris got P6 in Bahrain, so they've been up there. This race it comes good. They're gonna somehow pull. I need them to get some speed on the straights, realistically, because that car on the straights is dodgy.
Yeah.
But if they can figure out that before Sunday, I feel like we're going to see a McLaren on the podium, and it will be Norris, because I just don't have a good feeling about Australians around the circuit.
Well, I was gonna put the McLaren as my biggest good surprise, but I've put my eggs in Pierre Gasly to do well. P3. Mr. Oscar Piastri. It'd just be nice to see the McLaren. I think McLaren's are gonna have a fucking brilliant weekend, and I don't think we've ever seen an Australian on a podium here.
Surely Webber got one.
Webber never. I was just about to mention Mark Webber has never been on the podium. He got P5, and for the team he was driving for, I fucking can't remember who it was. But for the team, he got P5, and it was that good of a result to put him on the podium. That's the only time Webber's stood on the podium in Australia, and it was for a P5. He's never got a podium in Australia. That's why I'm saying it would be so nice for fucking to see Piastri just on there.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I was shocked. Yeah, I was looking it up before race. I've seen if Webber's ever been on there. Never. He got a podium for P5, and that's because I throw him up there.
Did Ricciardo not get it while in the Red Bull? First, I would have thought one of them pulled out with that Red Bull, but never mind.
Right, P2.
Transitioning on to Red Bull. It's one of the Red Bull drivers and not the Dutch one.
It's the Mong one. No, I'm sorry, I'll have Checo.
It's the one that should have been kicked out of the team about 2 seasons ago, so we have somewhat enjoyment in the season.
So my P5's your P2. Interesting.
Yeah, mine's realistic, yours is brain dead.
I mean, it's Checo, you never know.
Yeah, we've got at least like 6 races before we pull some Checo type stuff.
Yeah, true.
So, Checo P2, he'll finish probably fucking 30-40 seconds off Max, who obviously will win.
As you could tell from my face earlier when you said a certain man's going to be off the pace. My P2. Super Max.
What?
I've got Max P2. I am on the hype train again. My prediction didn't come in last week.
Last time you predicted this, the guy needed surgery.
No, I've got Carlos P2.
Like, fuck,
I just he needs to come back and have a fucking great race, and we all love Carlos. Obviously, let me down in my last predictions. The bastard.
I would say let you down.
Well, his body let him down. Let's say that, and that let me down. Oliver Behrman had a fucking brilliant race, though.
Yeah.
I think Behrman's solidified that Haas seat for next season as well. If K-Mag and Hulkenberg, if one of them fucking do horrendous.
Behrman to the Merc?
Nah.
That.
I also see fucking Hulkenberg going to Sauber next season.
Nah, that Sauber team's going to stay the same for at least 3 years.
I don't see it. Not if Joe don't perform. I know he pays his seat into it, but I don't see it.
To be fair, if Kick actually has money, they can afford to boot him.
Yeah. Right. Get it over with. Who's your winner?
Marcus Ericsson.
Right, everyone, thanks for watching. I think you all know who we've gone for. It's just... I've cashed in on my max. So the rule here on Formula Spaz is we get 3 max picks at race wins, just to make it interesting. Ethan's used 2. I'm on my first one. Paul's don't count.
That's it.
But
Maxwell season.
Race, yeah, you can go max all season on Paul. So we're 2 for 1. I'm looking forward to Australia. One of my favourite tracks on the grid.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see who actually wins the race in P2.
Carlos.
No.
Carlos is going to win the entire thing. What do you mean? He's a smooth operator.
No, he had a smooth operator.
No, smooth operation.
Smooth surgeon, I guess.
They don't hit the same.
Doesn't.
He's a smooth surgeon. No. Right, anyways, lads, thank you for watching. It's currently 2-0 to Ethan. I had a fucking honker. Yeah. Take care, lads. We'll see you for the next... Well, we'll see you for a race review. Why not? Adios.